So this gives a little bit more message than the yes or no answer. And then my reading list opens. So my basic is 25. And you can see the bio for that. Double click on the bio. And then if you guys have any questions, I'm going to be starting momentarily. Just making sure everything loads properly. Okay. All right, so Mandy is asking if if the Pisces will ever talk to you again. Okay. Well, they do feel still a lot of emotions connected to you. This person seems like a mixture between sad, confused, and drained. Based on that, I would say, this is temporary. So I would say the connection's not done, It's just, it's a waiting period. We could do a mind read on him and look at the relationship future in a reading if you'd like. Okay, let's see. Thank you for your question. Let's see. Rose, has your boyfriend been faithful? Okay, so Jacob. Have you had any, I know you're asking about him, but have you caused any situation that could make him jealous? Because that's what I'm seeing. So there's something deeper to the story there, because there's a jealousy factor. Okay, says you. But not doubting you per se, but I do see that is a subject he's concerned about. So there's something there. So you're worried about him, but there's something there that okay. So I would say it's more about not really being in tune with his feelings. All right. Emma, did Casey always feel Anthony loved you instead of her? Okay, so it's deep in the past. So you're saying did always feel, okay. Did Casey always feel Anthony loved you? I'm confused because Casey is I know it to be a male name. So you're asking if a male and another male. It's a little bit confusing. And then you're saying her. I don't understand. I'm sorry. It sounds like a deep love reading there. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Jennifer's asking, will you find love again? Okay. Jennifer. So I do see someone that fixes cars. I mean, it could be cars or something that runs like a vehicle. So I don't know specifically if it's trucks or something, but you get the picture. There's a mechanical component to their work. For it to be so specific on what his work is, I would say you might know of him, or at least it's very, very close. I would say it's possible, but I think that, I'm going to leave it there because I tend to feel more things and say more things. I'm going to leave it there. Go on to the next one. Okay. Robin, will Dean contact you? Like for love, you mean? In other words, are you asking a love question? Because it sounds like a business meeting. Okay. Illy, will Junior's dad give you the ring Junior was going to propose to you with next time you see him? Okay, for Ileana. No. The son is gonna get his way anyway. So be aware of how you respond and react in the scenarios so that years from now you don't look at it with different eyes. Okay? All right. Stacy, is Azam being honest with you? No. And you already know that. Okay, let's see. Hi, Belle. How are you? Will Chad come to see you this month to reconcile? Okay, Chad. I would say no. It's not that he's not going to, but there's a lot of hidden things he's not addressing because he doesn't want confrontation. So this lets me know that there's a avoidance in a big way, because a person can avoid something out loud, you know, but then internally just not be motivated to express it. So, okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Maya, is F except, I don't do letters. Okay, Esther, will your new music be well received? No, it's missing something. It's missing a component. I guess that'll be revealed to you when you speak about it, but I would say no. Either something's not finished, or there may be a requirement for you to add something, so that doesn't give up yet. This also talks about, I'm seeing a couple of like costumes or something, so that means that there's some event attached to this. So I don't know your situation. I don't know if it's a photo shoot or an actual event or something, where there's an effort in, attire, apparel, attire, what one wears, for this. So yeah, there are things happening, just don't give up. Okay, let's see. I answered that already about Azam. I said no. Okay, let's see. All right. Mariah is asking, will George's come over unannounced? I'll ask if he's planning on it. I'm not going to answer if he's going to or not, because that's his choice. But I'll see if that's what he's being inclined to do. Yeah, okay. If that's part of his plan. No, for now, no. So this either means he's busy with something else, or it can mean that he knows that you expect it. For now. I don't know what will unfold later. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. If you want to put your question down, you can, and I have spots open for my my different readings, and you can see how many I have. I have a lot of readings. So, Marissa, can Sergio and you work through your differences? Long term is a separate question. You got to work through your differences, and then you have to commit to long term every day by the way you cater to the relationship. So I'm not going to ask the long term. This is not a love reading, but I will ask if he wants to repair, if it'll take for now. Let's see. I do see it will. I also see that there's something that he's planning on doing that he hasn't told you about. Not to be sneaky or not to be, hidden. That's not where it comes from. But it's something that he either doesn't want to say anything, not to jinx it. Maybe he's a little superstitious. I don't know. Or maybe it's because he's nervous it won't go through. But there's something that he wants, and it's work related or something with travel or something that he sees as separate than his romantic life. So this is just his duties or whatever. And he will be, you will see a little bit of a disconnection in that area. Then it'll become apparent to you. He'll reveal it, naturally. All right, so that's what I see. All right, guys. Hey, TikTok, how are you? Okay, let's see. Yes, I'm double streaming, so hey guys, how are you on YT? Readings are fulfilled on YT, but I do the questions on TikTok. Corina, will Roiki act on their feelings for you? I don't know if they have feelings for you. I would have to ask if they have feelings for you. But I can ask it in a different way that kind of sums up both. Remember, these are appropriate for the spirit world, so you wouldn't ask in regular grammatical English. Okay, is Ruiki interested in you? Yes, he is. His culture or his way of being, is more gentle. Yeah, I do see it. He's very subtle. Maybe he's soft-spoken, I don't know. But yeah, he will. It just takes a little bit. If I also... I know you're not asking this, but I also don't think that he's your long-term type either. So I don't see the chemistry to the level. I think it's something for now. Okay, let's see. Diana, is your relationship over? Oh, your last name is War? Or at least that's the name you're using. That's interesting. Okay, Diana. Let me ask. I wouldn't. I would say that it's been over in a sense. I think that you will have another whirl at it, but I don't see it be very successful. What I'm seeing here is when this person is emotionally attached to someone, I guess in their family circle, or someone that at least they would put in that circle. because this is when advice and things have been shared with this person. It's when it's like kind of like when you see someone growing up, and it makes an impression on you, and it forms the way you think as an adult. Either someone he's close to, it kind of scared him, or more directly, you have said something that is kind of pushed a trigger warning, where the wall is up. So this has to do with a lot of deep-rooted things with him. Something has clearly made him uncomfortable, but I wouldn't say it's over, because the attraction is there and the desire is there, and there's still that spark, and there's nobody else in place. So yeah. So it's not you. I think it's more the way he's feeling. So if you can kind of connect and rewire that, you're in a good spot. It's going to take some work. Well, let's see. Piccolo Blue Esther, will your new music be well received? I did answer that already. Izzy, does Aaron stalk your socials? Okay. Let me put it this way. There was an interest in the beginning of summer to find out if you had, other connections, or to kind of see what can be, what can make the partial picture a whole. You know what I mean? Filling in the gaps. Backgrounds, where you've been, stuff like that, for a reason. But I don't see it's like the way that you put it, every day, and it's like in a, obsessive. I don't see that. I see that it fit a purpose for a little bit, for a specific curiosity where the person did want an answer. Yeah. Well, I say, Kenyatta, does Johnson have feelings for you? I think there are some. I don't see a big history here, and I also see that this person's destiny has travel or moving in it. So in other words, it's not the stability of local, everyday process, I see change in that way. Oh, hey, Bugs. I'm seeing your question. I'd have to check. Give me a minute, and I will check for you to see if there's a reschedule. And then I'll let you know. Yeah. I know that I have spot on a Saturday. I have spots Saturday. Oh, it's good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, okay. If you don't want me to check, then let me know. If you want me to check, let me know. Okay, let's see. Kay is asking, I think I got to everybody's question. Okay. Kayla, should you give Zach a chance? No, not at this point. That doesn't mean no, don't. It means not at this point. So it means make him wait, or it is private. The Lenormand, Kipper, Sibila, they are private readings because they're so big. They're an hour or more. Usually an hour, but you know, yeah. What I do on the stream is the basic and the full story, and sometimes I'll do the love question, the love themed questions. But those don't tell the full story. They're deep. They deeply answer the one question, but there could be surrounding things that are of interest. Okay, let's see. Kayla, has Roland been thinking about unblocking you? Okay, I like your question. Do you have long brown hair that's like you style it in a way where the waves are very organized? The waves, like you do something to make the waves, because it's like it's like one of those salon waves, like pretty waves. Okay, that's you. Yeah. Yes, because I do see you guys together, but I didn't know if that was you. I don't know. I didn't pick up on an energy that it was you. I couldn't tell if it was you, but I can tell by the hair and the way he's looking at you. So yes. Yes, I do. And his hair seems like it's a little bit lighter, like on the, maybe like between medium brown and light brown. So yes, I do see a connection there. Robin, will Dean contact you soon? I did answer that one already. Yeah, and I still see a disruption with contacting you. Yes. Yeah, I was able to see, yeah, I was able to see, yeah. Yeah, the only thing I paid attention to really was hair color. He needs a little bit of a haircut, a little bit. It's a little bit outgrown, but like a medium brown with a little bit of light brown in there. But it's the way he looks at you. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Anya, does Christian have love for you, or is he playing with your emotions? Neither. He doesn't have love for you, meaning that he's not in love with you yet. And he's not trying to play with your emotions either. He's in one of the stages that men go through when they're trying to scope out the situation. It's guys will sometimes, so the first thing that they do is they're attracted, visually, and then they're excited by just the visual, and then when something unique carries them over, kind of like strikes them, they could be drawn in by surprise. And when they try to fight the feeling a little bit, it kind of sneaks up on them, and then they realize that they have feelings. And it kind of right away, even if it's a love at first sight, it's really attraction at first sight, but then they don't really know. So I don't think he's there yet. So sometimes they'll see, does she act right? Does she have a good family? Is she lying? Guys scope things out too. They're just different about it. You know, so I think it's, you know, you're either not reading him right. You should be able to tell immediately his feelings. So that means that there's some kind of clash between you guys astrologically, which doesn't mean you don't go together. It just means it's a learning curve. What's his sign? What's your sign? Just the sun. I don't need all your signs. Just your sun sign and his sun sign. Is the astrology reading private or on the stream? There's a stream one and there's a private one. So if you guys go to menu, if you guys go to astrology menu, I typed up everything that's there. And if you go to readings menu, you'll see all the readings and what they offer. Yeah, I did that to be helpful. Because that'll probably explain it. I write better than I explain. So that's why I'm saying you'll probably have an easier time than me explaining it. Okay, let's see. I was asking a question, but I don't know where she went. I don't know where she went. Okay. So let's see. Kenya, is Brandon the guy for you? No. No. That doesn't mean don't date him. It just means be aware. Take it in baby steps and you'll see. Okay. Patricia, does Chris really care for you? Care. That's a friendly word for a romantic question. Do you really want to know if he cares, like he'll bring you chicken soup, or does he care meaning he wants to fall in love with you? You know? Yeah, interesting how that word is either way, the answer is no, unfortunately. He's not feeling the chemistry. He's not reciprocating that. I see him pulling away. Like a cold, like a, I don't want to be rude, but I don't know what to say. So I would say no. Montana, does Dean miss you in the way of wanting to be in your presence? What's up with these weird questions? It's so hard for people to say, you know, flat out what's going on. Does Dean miss you romantically? What's hard about that? You know? You guys scared or something to ask it? So he's a complicated man because this talks about being is he been in therapy before? I mean, usually you see this kind of thing sometimes with people that have been, you know, that are, you know, been at war or, you know, have some kind of military history or just something else, just a situation that makes them, you know, needing that kind of, you know, mental health help or whatever. It's an indecisive, maybe he has an addiction problem. I don't know because it's not a reading. I'm just getting a message, but I do see him. There was a female very interested in him and he just didn't give her, besides you, before you, he just didn't really, nor here nor there. He's very passive, very apathetic. And he's indecisive is one of the operative words there. Just not pursuing anything, not clearly involved, connected with that eye contact, like that depth that a person's supposed to have. I just don't see that. Figuring shit out himself and half the time, nor here nor there. So I don't know his deal, but hope that helps. Oh, that's why. That's why. I'm sorry about that. That's a huge problem. So if that's the reason why, then you're just going to have to help him heal. It's not your job, but if you have a love connection and it's interrupted then the pain he's in is too much. That's why I see that he's not here. That's why I thought, what the hell could it be? Is he on some? Is he chasing the bottle or what? Like, what is it? I see. Then you're going to have to be there because he's going to come out of it. And the one that's going to be there is you. And then he's going to love you even more. What's his sign? Not a good approach, Montana. I don't agree. I don't like it. But judging on the energy, judging logically, that sounds very sweet and courteous of you. Logically, like from a person that is acting classy and nice and kind. I get it. Spiritually, no, I don't like it. Not if you want this man. What's his sign? In other words, his zodiac sign. Just his sun sign. I don't need the other identities for this. I think there's a delay in the chat. Montana, are you still there? Maybe she got disconnected. Okay, Gemini. Okay, so I think that you should reach out more than that. If you want to be involved with him romantically, you gotta be very, I wouldn't say smother him, because he'll enjoy the smothering, but at the end of the day, you won't be Mrs. Right. I would say do a little bit of being more available. Let me see something. Give me a minute. I get the feeling, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I get the feeling that when you find out more, or maybe you already know it, but there's something with that experience that he went through. It seems like there's something that is tied to it that has changed his life. So for example, maybe it's a new responsibility. Maybe it's something with a business. Maybe it's something with financial setback. There's something there. And I think that that's why it's also harder. I do see that you guys, there's two paths for you guys. Normally I need a full reading to do that, but if I see it, I see it. I'll let you know if I see it, but usually this is a kind of big reading stuff, but I have the answer here that you're looking for. In one path, if you continue to be, I guess, try to be connected or try to, feed the connection. I do see that you guys could be lovers, but I just don't see that he would stick with it like relationship, That's why I wanted to look. And the other one is that you would have a friendship, but you can fall for him deeper. So I think in this particular situation, just be aware that you don't, go down a path where you wait for him and nothing comes of it. Like either give yourself a timeline or try a couple of techniques and then just be realistic with yourself, because what I'm trying to say is I just don't want you to lose the time. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah. But I think you got cut off or something. So I think we got our signals crossed. Yeah, you kept cutting out. Yeah, we're getting our signals crossed. But yeah, it's good talking to you. Thank you, sweetheart, and I'm sorry for the stress. Thank you. I hope that helps. All right, guys, I think I'm missing some questions. I'm going to go back here, missing some stuff here. If I missed you... Oh, you can't... You don't know why you can't find my shop on my page. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so I did change some things around. Yeah. Yeah, so it's the in the bio. There's new restrictions, so you can't say certain words. So the LINK is in the BIO. Yeah. I know. That's why I'm reading on YT. Hey guys, how are you? I'm not ignoring you guys. Well, kind of I am. I don't mean to. Hey YT, I can't say the full name because this PLATFORMS, this is driving me nuts. I don't read on this one anymore because the censorship is too much. I mentioned to someone the letter I and then the letter G. You know, when you CLICK, and it gave a restriction warning, and it said a bunch of things in VIOLA, you know, you can figure it out. And I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. So I do free yes and no on here, and then I stream on this one so that I can fulfill the readings and not have to worry about every word that I say, and my client is not filtered times 1,000. But I'm not, so thank you so much, Dayton. And let's see. Billy Boucher is saying, I guess you don't understand why I'm streaming on this one but not saying anything on this one. Sorry. It was confusing, I guess. Oh, hey. I'm barely paying attention to this side. I just have it open so it's recording as a backup for this one. Hey there. Hey, sweetheart. How are you? All right, guys, back to TikTok. Let's see. I do have to check on something real quick for someone. So, Bugs, I'm so sorry. Let me go ahead and check for you. Okay. Which one did you want for tonight? Because let's see, it's 11:54. I think we're in the same time zone. And I do have, okay. Oh, the 144 card. Oof. Wow, that's a monster. That one usually runs longer. What is it? What is the situation on? Because you might want, no, won't, but I think the Kipper might be better. Is it on human emotions and complicated situations with people, or is it direction of life? Is it a technical map? You do need Lenormand. Okay. Lenormand it is. Yeah, we can do it then. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Tonight or tomorrow, when did you need it? Because it's 11:55. I can squeeze it in tonight, but yeah. Okay. Oh, it sounds urgent. Okay, that's fine. All right, guys, let's see. Belle, is Kelly genuinely considering, oh, I'm sorry, wait 1 second. What? Unknown is asking, which one would be booked for guidance? How will the next year go? There's a lot of things I do for the future, so I'll give you a rundown. If a person says, okay, I want to know clarity on an issue, but I also want to know what to expect the next 3 to 8 months, somewhere in that time frame. A lot of times I'll do an astrology horoscope. So I'll grab my astrology software and I pull up a horoscope chart and I read the chart, okay, for the client. And that's a very good read. They're very, very good. When I do the tarot tableau, it's a reading I designed. I have a video on it. That one includes kind of like a full life reading, general reading, where it brings up a lot of important points in life. And it also gives you an idea of the year. So the year is not going to be from January to December. It's going to start from whatever month we're on. So we just started September and it would end, exactly 12 months later. So it's still a year, but it's not in the organized calendar year. It would start by month 1, which would be September. Which one will give you a more detailed reading? The tarot tableau that I do will give you highlights for each month. And it's almost like an appendage to the full life read, whereas the horoscope is more detailed within a shorter time frame. Now, astrology, I do offer year readings, but I offer those in January. Not always, because a solar return starts in astrology. Your birthday is your January, is your New Year's Day, is your birthday, which is a solar return. So from birthday to birthday is your year reading in astrology. I also do a year or 6 months or 3 months with your moon. So there's a lot of ways as an astrologer that I give you a year reading or a deep reading that focuses on the future for a precision of time. That's different than if you want to know how a situation is going to unfold, because then it's not calendar based, it's situation based. And I can also do that as well. So I guess if you start thinking about the type of reading I offer, you'll be very confused. I always tell people, I do focus on what answers you really want. And I'll tell you which style or which tool or what method. I'll recommend the reading sometimes, even though I always tell people, go with what you want. So it depends on what you are looking for. Yeah. All right, no problem. I'll talk to you soon. Goose, I'll talk to you soon. Just a few minutes. Okay. I hope that made sense. So if you're confused on if you really want to know the year, Yeah, okay, good. I also, you know what I did too to be helpful, instead of me explaining it, there's a menu button that says reading, astrology menu, and it lists everything I cover. But if it's still gibberish to you, then I'm available to answer. You can also text the shop any question that you have as well. All right, the mobile is available 24/7. I just ask people not to call me when I'm streaming because it kills the stream, and then I have to block them, which is annoying. But texts are always welcome. All right, guys, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much, you guys, for participating with my free yes and no on the crystal ball. I will take a few more if you're waiting. Let me know. Lenny, sorry, will Tibor and you reconcile? So the thing is that I do see him holding a kid, so kind of playfully like a dad or an uncle. I think maybe the dad, and the kids maybe like grade school, so maybe like 7, 8, 9, something like that. Unless he's really tall, and he's like 6 or something. But this is the focus. I understand you're asking about reconciliation, but this is the energy that I'm seeing here. So this is the either the focus that he has, or maybe he's hanging around with someone that, you know, he's friendly with their kids or whatever, you know, but which would be in a disconnection and a connection to whatever this person is, whoever these people are. So reconciliation, the answer in that is whoever he's around. You would know, I would not know who those people are, but that's the connection there. Belle, is Kelly genuinely considering divorce from Erica? I'm not comfortable asking about other people. If you want to ask about a person with you, involved with you, I'll answer it. I'd rather not. If you are a spouse in marital issues and it's a third party situation, or maybe your sibling that you care a lot about, you could book a reading with me and we can discuss everything. But on the yes and no, I'd rather not invade other people's business. Sorry. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for participating, and I'll see you on the next stream. I appreciate it. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for checking out my live.